Hey everybody, Ryan here from Rhino Hockey Channel. Alright, gonna go over the Arizona Coyotes season preview. And this is gonna be a colorful one, because there's a lot going on here. Alright, if you had not done so already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified when I drop a new video. And let me know in the comments what you think. If you agree, disagree, want to talk about the Coyotes, let's talk. Alright, let's get started. This is a long list, by the way, for additions here. Alright, so Arizona has added Carter Hutton on a 1-year $750,000 contract, Liam O'Brien 1-year $750,000 contract, Ryan Dzingel 1-year $1.1 million contract, Michael Carcone 2-year $750,000 per season, Travis Boyd 1-year $750,000, Dmitry Yaskin back from Russia 1-year $3.2 million. They traded for Louis Eriksson, Jay Beagle, Antoine Roussel 2021 first, 2022 second, 2023 seventh. For Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Connor Garland's rights. They traded for Cole Holtz and, oh god, I'm going to have to try and say his name. I'm sorry ahead of time, this will be butchered. I am sorry. Bokonji, that's terrible, I'm sorry. Amama, from LA for Braden Burke and Tyler Steenbergen. Anton Strahman, they acquired Anton Strahman, Vladislav Kolyachunuk, sorry. And a 2024 second-round pick from Florida for a 2023 seventh-round pick, obviously a salary dump. They acquired Connor Timmins, a 2022 first and a conditional 2024 third-round pick for Darcy Kemper. They acquired from San Jose Joseph Coronage and the 2022 second-round pick for Hayden Hill and a 2022 seventh-round pick. They acquired, obviously I forgot the W there, Andrew Ladd, not Andre Ladd. So Andrew Ladd, Colorado's 2021 second-round pick, a conditional 2022 Colorado second-round pick, or the Islanders' 2022 second-round pick, and a conditional 2023 third-round pick from the New York Islanders for future considerations. Salary dump. And they acquired from Philadelphia Shane Gostisbehere, sorry, that's my daughter screaming in the background, playing downstairs evidently, with my wife, and a 2022 second-round pick, and St. Louis's 2022 7th-round pick from Philadelphia for future considerations. Philly finally got rid of Gostisbehere. Yay, Philly fans celebrating everywhere. Not really. I mean, I don't see why you wanted to get rid of him, but he is a defensive liability. I can see it. Never mind. But yes, that is all their additions. I'm sorry I went through that really fast if you didn't catch it all. It's on the screen. But yeah, they had a lot of transition this year, as you can tell, and honestly I think they are trying to bomb to get a franchise player in the first overall pick next season. You all know who it is. Here's the subtractions. Here I go again with a quick read over. Nicholas Hjalmarsson retired, Antti Raanta went to Carolina, Alex Goligoski to Minnesota, Michael Bunting to Toronto, Dryden Hunt to the New York Rangers, Jordan Osterley to Detroit, Michael Chaput to Pittsburgh, John Hayden to Buffalo, Jordan Gross to Colorado. Ekman-Larsson and Garland went to Vancouver via trade, as we previously discussed. Burke and Steenberg went to LA, as we previously discussed in a trade. Lane Pearson went to San Jose for a 2024 4th-round pick. Darcy Kemper went to Colorado via trade. Hayden Hill to San Jose via trade. Bo Bennett retired, and Derek Brassard went to Philadelphia. So as you can see from this loss list, pretty much all their defense from last year. And there's still even more that I didn't list. They're still currently free agents. So, yeah, there's that. They didn't re-sign a single player this season thus far, which I find hard to believe, but I could not find a single one. Maybe they re-signed some during the season, but I didn't list those. I only went with ones from June onwards. Here's their salary cap situation. They have $8 million in cap space still, so I can see them taking on another contract or two. It's a possibility. Forward wise, they still have Clayton Keller. He's got the longest contract, 7.15. I think he signed that during the season. Phil Kessel supposedly wants out. Shocker there. Another team to take on another slice of his contract. Louis Eriksson will be gone after this season. I don't think anybody would take him, even if Arizona would keep half of that contract. I don't think it's going to happen. But you never know. Maybe he has a good season. Nick Schmaltz, Andrew Ladd. I don't know if Ladd will play or not. Christian Dvorak. Oh, I didn't put that in here. Christian Dvorak was traded to Montreal, so he is now off that list. So, sorry he is still on there. Dmitry Yaskin, who came over from Russia, or returned from Russia, because he previously played with St. Louis and Washington. I think we're 2 teams. Antoine Roussel, I'm sure he'll probably be traded at some point. Jay Beagle, same thing. Lawson Krause is RFA after this year. Johan Larson, UFA, he'll be traded. DeZingle, same thing. Christian Fisher, RFA after this season. Liam O'Brien and Travis Boyd, possible depth forward, someone might pick up in the trade deadline, either through trade or through waivers. Alright, defensively, this is their biggest change by far. They now have this defensive grouping. Anton Strahman, Jacob Chikrin, had a great season last year. Shane Gostisbehere, Ilya Lyubushkin, and Connor Timmins. Timmins, still a young defender, definitely has some upside, so don't see a problem there. Strahman, I can see him being traded. I think he will be traded at the trade deadline. Gostisbehere still has 2 more years, so maybe, but if people haven't been willing to trade for him yet, I don't see why they would start now. But you never know, maybe this team does something. I doubt it, because their starting goalie is Carter Hutton at this point. Or Joseph Kornash. I feel bad for this goaltending duo, I really do. And they have retained salary on Darcy Kemper and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Oliver Ekman-Larsson is honestly not as bad as it could have been. $990,000 for next foreseeable few years. So, there's that. And they still have Michael Grabner's buyout that they're paying for another season. So, at least that comes off the books at this year, along with Kemper's. Alright, non-roster forwards. Barrett Hayden is RFA at this year. He could get some games in. Hudson Fashing, Blake Spears, and I'm not going to try to say that first name again because I feel bad enough butchering it the first time around. Amama are all 3 RFAs after this season. Alright, on the defensive side, Cole Holtz, Kyle Capobianco, who may play some games, Dyson Mayo, and Cam Deneen are RFAs at this year, and Vladislav Provnolev. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. Russian names can be difficult at times. I'm Russian and I still have a hard time. Is a UFA after this season. Oh, good lord. Karel Vejmelka, I'm saying that incorrectly, is RFA after this year, and Ivan Prosvitov is a RFA after this season. And he may get some games in too because he played last year. He did not look good, but this was a team on the collapse when he played last year. Alright, their 2021 draft. They forfeited their first overall pick at 11. Or not first overall, I'm sorry, their first round pick at 11th overall because of their tampering situation. That is the last one they're forfeiting though. Then they chose Josh Doan, who wasn't even drafted last year, at number 37. I think that was just because of his dad, and they said, fudge it, we're just gonna say screw it on these draft picks. Because they have not drafted well the last few years. And then you can see the rest of them there. I can't say any stand out as prospects that to look greatly forward to. I don't know, maybe we're all wrong on Josh Doan, but he wasn't even expected to be picked. That says a lot. Alright, ooh, wow, I overstretched that one. But here's their 2022 draft and on. They have a lot of draft picks this next season, and they're probably going to get more. So they have their own and Colorado's first round picks this season. They have their own second round pick, plus the Islanders, Flyers, Sharks, and Canucks second round picks. They have 5 second round picks. Dang. They have their own 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. They have no 7th. Oh well. They'll probably pick that up, I'm sure, from someone. Let's see, next year they have their own 1st and 2nd. They have their own 3rd and a conditional 3rd from the Islanders. They have their own 4th, 5th, and 6th. No 7th from their own, but they have Vancouver 7th next season. 2024, they have their own 1st, their own 2nd, and Florida's 2nd. Then they have their own 3rd and a conditional possibility for Colorado's 3rd. They have their own 4th and San Jose's 4th. And they have their own 5th, 6th, and 7th. They have a lot of draft picks coming up, and like I said, they're going to be getting more. Alright, here's their lineup thus far. Once again, take out Christian Dvorak because I forgot to fix that before I made this video. But He was traded, so he is now gone. So I'm sure Nick Schmaltz is now their first line center. So there's that. So yeah, this is how it looks. I mean, they have Kyle Capobianco and Connor Timmins as the third defensive pair. That's a young pair, 24 and 22. I mean, their oldest defender is 35, and after that is 28. They have a young defense. Jacob Chikrin, like I said, 18 goals, 23 assists for 41 points last year. Only one person on this board had more points than him, and that's Phil Kessel, who may end up being traded. And from what I understand, wants to be traded. So, we'll see how that one works out. Goaltending-wise, their goaltenders last year had a record of 1-10 for Carter Hutton and a 3-5 for Joseph Kornage. But look at the goals against average, 3.47 and 3.18, and a save percentage of 8.86 and 8.99. This is not going to be a pretty season, Coyote fans, I'm sorry. And from what I understand, this is also their last season in Gila River Arena. They have been evicted. It keeps getting worse, Arizona fans. But supposedly they bought land over by Tempe, so we'll see how that one works out, because you can't, I guess they could build it in a year, but I doubt that's going to happen. They may just have to lease the stadium for an extra year in Gila. But supposedly the city council does not want them to. Don't understand it, but they're not going to be good, so I can also see why. Alright, here's their minors. Let's see. Last year, Jan Yannick played at 2 games, had 2 goals, so he's probably going to get a chance, I've got to imagine. Victor Soderstrom could be another defender that could possibly fill in. Had 2 points in 4 games last year for them. Like I said, Ivan Prosvitov played last year 3 games, had a 4.15 goals against average and a .824 save percentage, 0-1. I've seen worse, but not much. That's not a good start. But he's only 22. Gotta give him credit there. Alright, here's their prospects. Dylan Gunther. I'm sure they'd love for him to play this year, but I have a feeling he's going to be playing in the junior league or in the AHL because there's no point in wasting his year. This year or a year in his contract. Pretty much most of these prospects, I would say the same thing. Once again, the top prospect, Dylan Gunther. Honestly, he was a steal this year, or last year's draft. I mean, was it this year? No, it was last year. He was a steal. Really good draft pick. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he turns out to be a top scorer for him in the near future, because they really don't have much else. So, Clayton Keller. That's it. Victor Soderstrom, Gunther had 24 points in 12 WHL games last year. Victor Soderstrom is a defender, 2 points in 4 NHL games and 10 points in 32 AHL games. So, take that or leave it. Barrett Hayden, another forward who could definitely start this season. I think he was listed on the roster this season, and from what I showed you, he could play center or wing, left wing specifically. 3 points in 14 games in the NHL, 10 points in 26 AHL games, and 4 points in 8 Liga games. Jan Yannick, like I said before, 2 points in 2 NHL games, both on goals, and 14 points in 29 AHL games. That's not screaming, I like offense, but it's still, you never know. He could definitely play in some games this year. Connor Timmins is going to be a third pair defender, possibly second, depending on injuries, of course. 7 points in 31 NHL games with Colorado last season, and 4 points in 6 AHL games. So he is definitely ready for that jump, I think, at this point. Others mentioned, Ivan Prosvitov. You saw his record. I talked about his stats already. He also was 9-9 in 18 AHL games. They have Matthias Machelli, or Machelli. I'm not sure which way he pronounces that. Left winger, 39 points in 51 Liga games. Maybe he gets a shot. Vladislav, oh god, this one again. Kolyachonok, a defender, 0 points in 3 OGQ games, which is in Belarus. That is the Belarus League, I believe, or a Belarus Junior League, something like that. I could really not find much info on it. I'm sure it's out there. I just didn't look very hard enough. Josh Doan, right winger, 70 points in 53 USHL games. I mean, they picked him second round pick, so hopefully he develops into something for him. He's definitely a big-bodied kid, just like his dad was, but I don't think he has the talent of his dad. Let's see, I'm going to move so my chair is going to make sounds. Didn't that time. That's a shocker. Season outlook. Definitely going to be a bad team. I don't see this team... I mean, with how terrible the Pacific Division is, they're not that terrible that this team should be slipping in. I don't think they're going to, and I think they will finish at the bottom of the league, if not the bottom. So, sorry Arizona fans, not going to be a good year. It sucks, but my team, the Ducks, will be near the bottom too, so yay. Oh, boo. Anyways, that's what I got for you Arizona fans out there. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and also make sure to let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think they're going to be as bad as I'm thinking? Or do you think they'll be better? That's fine if you do. Let me know what you think. Alright, that's all I got for you. I will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.